this ball through the hoop. A basketball. You kick this ball through the goal. A soccer ball. You hit this ball over the net. A tennis ball. And you hit this.
Man, oh man, I love that. Continuous music is on the way after this, but I tell you right now, we are excited. We are on fire, and we are in a joyful situation. And right now, we have one of our featured children's authors here with us right now, and I am grateful, honored, privileged, and blessed to introduce Stanley to our platform. Stanley, are you there?
I'm there, Kevin. How you doing?
Oh, my goodness. He says, I'm there, Kevin. How you doing? Hey, listen, I am doing amazing. I want to know how you're doing.
You know, I want to thank you for having me on your show. I can't thank you enough.
I tell you, and I hear that, but I always like to take time out to thank you for being here. You know, I'm excited for you, man, and I'm excited for this brand new publications for our children that you have released. Why don't you sit back? First and foremost, Stanley, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Who is Stanley Childers? Why don't you tell us that?
Well, I'm from Northwest Indiana, born and raised here. Went to high school in former East Gary, Lake Station now. Graduated, started straight into the mills, worked there my whole life. And now I'm married, been married for a long time to my wife, Laura. We have 3 great kids, Zachary, Samantha, and Jillian, 2 great grandkids, Lily and Ben. Ben is definitely the inspiration to sideline Stanley there. And because of them, I started writing these books.
Wow. And I tell you, we're excited for you. And now, I got to ask you this. Now, is this, in fact, obviously this, your first publication, or is this something that is a follow-up to something that you have previously written before?
No, this is my first book, but I've definitely got more coming. I'm writing a series. And they're all true stories of my childhood.
Oh, really?
And how I was brought up, and how certain things in life, how certain things when I was a child steered me to where I went, how I grew up, and how it changed my life.
That is interesting. Now, you know, why don't you tell us a little bit more in detail, a little bit about the context of this publication, or give us just a tad bit more details without giving it all away.
Okay, so when I was little, I was just kind of like it says, I like to beat on things. I love music, and I was just a skinny little kid, wasn't good enough in the sports. So I was basically the bench warmer, and I really did have to wait. And my friends and my parents noticed I was always listening to music and tapping on things, and it kind of went from there. And don't want to give anything away, like you said, but everything in here is basically the way it happened.
Interesting. And I'm loving it. First and foremost, and let me do this. You know, number one, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, being here with us on tonight. And of course, I also want to thank you for accepting the invitation to be a part of our broadcast network family. And of course, it is an honor, a privilege, and a blessing to send my love out to the additional network platforms that are chiming in on tonight to hear what it is that Stanley has to say. And of course, I'm excited for you. Now, you know, I gotta ask you, and I have to find out for my viewers and listeners, was this a difficult publication to write, or was it fairly easy for you?
Well, you know, to be honest, I never really wrote anything in my ever. And some things happened during the pandemic, and won't go into all that. It's kind of a long story, but things just started pouring out, and I just started getting all these thoughts, and I just started putting them on paper, and that's basically how it happened,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still coming.
Wow. So let me ask you this. I know you have mentioned it already. You as an author, when you look back over this process, how it all came about and formed in your mind and your heart, how you began the process to disseminate this publication to people around the world. When you look back over the process and what you went through, the writing and the editing and the looking it over, reading it over, and you look at where you are right now, when you say you're going to write more, let me ask you this in general. What's next for you as an author?
Well, the way the process took over a year to get the book published to begin with, because I really had no idea what I was going to do. I drafted the story, got someone we had it edited, illustrated, and then we finally found a publishing company. But what's next is book 2. It picks up exactly where Sideline Stanley discovers his talent left off.
Well, that's going to keep us on our toes right there. Sideline Stanley discovers his talent. Stanley Childers here, one of our featured children's authors here on the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. I'm encouraging each and every one of you, stop by our platform, click on that tab that is simply titled Children's Authors. You'll see a copy of the publication I'm currently showing you on our screen. Click on that cover. It will take you to the necessary location to find out more intimate information and details about the author as well as the publication. Now, speaking of that, if there are some individuals out there right now that may want to show their love, care, concern, and support, and of course the holidays are coming up, what is it that they have to do? What's the process if they wanted to receive a copy of your publication today?
Well, there's a number of platforms they can get it on. Most of it's all online: Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Walmart.com, and a couple other ones. But the nice thing about these books, Kevin, these books are all a series of inspirational stories to instill children in their pursuit of their goals.
Yeah.
And I think that, and it teaches them the good bringing up that I had, and every one teaches a good life lesson.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I tell you this, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the publication. I want to encourage you once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes. Show your love, your care, concern, and support for Stanley today. Make sure you go out and purchase a copy of his current publication, and make sure you share it with all of your followers, your family, your friends. I mean, let's face it, you share everything else on Facebook, share this also. And please, what I want you to do once you do that, go back and please leave a review. It is so important. It's important for me, and it's important for Stanley, it's important for Amazon and things of that nature. Please leave a review. Let the world know how you feel, what you think, what you suggest and or recommend. But please take time out and leave a review. Now, Stanley, if somebody wanted to reach out to you and maybe contact you and discuss a few things on a more individual basis, is there some information you don't mind sharing with them where you could be contacted?
No, I don't mind at all. They can get me on my email at stantheman90172@yahoo.com, or that's the easiest way. Or they can text me at my number 219-781-7928.
Please do me a favor and repeat that email and phone number for me one more time.
Sure will. Stan the Man 90172@yahoo.com, and my number is 219-781-7928.
Love it. I appreciate it. Looking forward to some of the things that you have planned in the future. Please, you have our number. We want you to use it. Pick up the phone and call me. Don't text, don't chat, don't tweet. Call call me. Let me know what we can do to assist you in any way, shape, form, or fashion while you're on this journey. And I want you to know when you do that, the answer will always be yes, and you'll never have to ask me twice, okay?
All right. Kevin, I can't thank you again for having me on here. It's so nice of you to do that. And I love your program, by the way.
Hey, well, I'm going to rewind the tape and press play like 1,000 times. I want everybody to know that. Stan, I really appreciate you being here and looking forward to some of the things you have coming up in the very near future. I want you to keep me posted, keep me informed of what you have going on, whether it's a book signing, whether you're got a special giveaway, whatever the case may be. We want you to make sure you let us know. So, we want to be there and be a part of the journey alongside with you, okay?
I have your number, Kevin, and I promise you and everyone else, I'm always available, and I will be calling you, and I'll keep you up to date on everything that's happening that I got planned.
I love it. Stay the man. Sideline Stanley discovers his talent. Make sure you show your love, care, concern, and support. Once again, stop by our platform, GMAP1.com. Click on the tab that is titled Children's Authors. You'll see a copy of the publication I'm currently showing you on our screen. Click on that cover. It will take you to the necessary location to find out more intimate information and details about Stanley, as well as the publication. If you have any trouble reaching out and contacting him, connect with me right here on GMAP. I'll be more than willing to connect the dots to make sure he touches base with you. Until next time, I want you, Stanley, I want you to have a fantabulous rest of your evening. Thank you so much for being here. Continue to be blessed and continue to bless others as well as our children. And you send my love to the family. Take care. God bless you. And I shall talk with you soon, okay?
Thank you again, Kevin, and you have a blessed day too. And I will be in touch with you.
Stanley Childers, featured children's authors, GMAP Broadcast Network. Yours truly, and I'm on the show.
Okay, goodbye, Kevin.
You throw this ball through the hoop.